welcome back to another episode of K Talk, where we talk about all the hottest ongoing K dramas. I'm your host, Mel.
And I'm Uma. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode. We are talking about the tearjerker
Oh,
that is our movie. If you guys haven't heard of it, it is on Disney and it's Disney Plus and it's 12 episodes.
yep, 12 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. I just finished it yesterday.
Me too.
Oh my God.
Technically this morning, but yeah.
So you must have been like super emotional
Yeah.
about it because I'm not even. I don't think I'm going to forget about this show anytime soon.
Yeah.
It
You
was,
know I love my melodramas and my slice of life. So this was right up my alley. Loved everything about it. It was slow pacing, but I love that though. I don't have a problem with.
I love the fact that it was slow
Yeah.
and it was so moving and it's so tender. Like, I don't know about you, but like a lot of their scenes together, I felt like I was holding my breath.
Yeah.
It's not like they were saying the most profound things. It's just their micro expressions, the sound of their voices, like the tone
the
that they were
look
using.
in their eyes. Like I feel
First
like
of all,
she
I
first
fell
of all,
in love with both of them.
yeah,
because
our
of
movie stars.
Their looks.
Yeah. Namkoong
You didn't even
Min.
do your intro part.
Yeah. Namkoong Min, who plays Lee Ja-ha, and Jeon Yeo-been, who plays Lee Da-um. Man, that man, first of all.
First of all.
He stays fine.
So
oh
gorgeous.
My God. And the glasses. Oh my God. Like,
Listen, I know he was supposed to be like very calm and like a
Yeah.
reserved character. It made him like so sexy.
so sexy. Like,
I was like, please give us
This
more. Like
character
I was
rem-
waiting.
this character reminded me a lot of his character in My Dearest.
Mm-hmm.
Just that stoic, just very calm, very, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
he became more like a little bit. He started to resemble his character in My Dearest towards the end when they're actually like dating and he's a
Yeah.
little bit more open. But in the beginning, he was very distant.
He
He
was.
was like always drawing that line between them and, you know, keeping the boundaries.
I think he was like that just in general with everyone. Like, I think that's just how he lived his life. I don't think he was close to anyone, to be
Yeah.
honest. So, yeah. But it was such a deep show.
I know. I mean, the minute I heard about the synopsis, I'm like, this is going to be insane because he plays a director whose career is kind of like at a standstill and she's a terminally ill actress.
Yeah.
He ends up casting her in a movie about a terminally
Ill
ill woman
woman.
and her lover. And then throughout the show, their lives start mirroring each other.
It literally does. And I was like, oh my God, their relationship is the movie. Like, you know what I mean?
And I liked how the scenes, like when he says action and then they're filming, the like the lead character in the movie
Yeah.
turns into him.
Yeah.
Because it's
That was
literally
so
like
cute.
parallel to how
It is.
they're living in the moment. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is insane.
It is.
How many times did you cry? Because
Not many. Okay, I'm a crier, but it's weird because the things that made me cry weren't like necessarily them two. Like I cried when that scene when everyone finds out from the tabloids about the rumors and all that, and then they're kind of like shunning Da-um, and then her best friend Yo-young shows up,
I
and
know.
that perfect timing, and it's like that made me cry,
That
like
lunch
because she
scene.
really needed her, you know what I mean? And she that
when
moved
she
me.
bought the
Yeah.
boxed lunch and
Yeah,
she is just so full of light. Her bestie was one of my favorite
me
characters.
too. I loved her.
Every scene, she just lit up the entire
Yeah.
room. She's so funny. She never took anything too serious. Apparently, like she can't keep a job,
Yeah.
and she's always like, "I'm young. There's plenty of time." But she loved Tom so much.
Yeah, they
and
were
was such a good
really-
friend. They were sisters.
they were
at
sisters.
this point, right? Like,
Yeah.
I loved how their family came together,
Together.
because
Yeah.
it was just her and her mom, and it's just Daum and her dad.
Yeah.
like. My God.
For a moment, I thought that it was really her auntie. The way that woman
I
loved
know.
her, like it was her daughter. Like
From day one.
Yeah.
And her bestie's hilarious because that flashback when they're kids and she first,
Yeah.
her mom tells her to like tell her to come over and have some snacks like in the playground. And then she was like, so I heard you don't have a mom.
and her mom's
And
like,
her
what,
mom's
are you,
so
what are you doing?
shocked.
She's like, well, I don't have a dad.
And it was just like, look at children. They're so like
Yeah.
innocent and so sweet. But like her bestie kind of like, you can see that she was like the same her entire life. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I love those two together. She really just
She made
brought so much joy.
She really did. I loved her character. Yeah, and she just rode for her so hard as
Really?
well. Especially against that girl Jeon. I hated her guts.
Let's get right into the villain
Yeah.
of this show because
At first, yeah.
at first, you know exactly where I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So at first, I thought it was gonna be
So Young.
So Young, the main actress who's
Yeah.
also like his ex, but I don't
But
even
not
think they're in a
really
real
his ex.
relationship.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay, we'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
But okay, so I thought she was gonna be the first villain, but she was always kind of like toeing the line. Like she was always
Yeah.
like I didn't know what side she fell on. She was annoying me when she was demanding to know what was going on. Like she knew that they had a secret.
Yeah. That was
First of all-
really weird. It's like, how dare you? Like, who are you that they have to tell you anything? That was just so like the
So
audacity.
she's going to the
like,
hospital. She's all of a sudden like
Yeah.
just, investigating her almost. And I'm like, what's your deal?
And mind you, like you said, they weren't even in a real relationship. I guess it was real on her. It was one sided clearly. But he told her straight up, like, I was never really that into you. I did it because you were in the movie, and I wanted you to basically.
And I wanted you to feel like feelings of love. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, he's cold.
Yeah.
But I get that she wanted him more and
Yeah.
it was more one sided. But in the beginning, when I first thought she was going to be our true villain, it felt like she couldn't believe that this rookie,
Yeah.
got the lead.
There
And
was-
I feel like
yeah.
that's where her nosiness was coming in. Like she was like, they have to be sleeping together. Like there's no
Like,
way.
who's this girl?
But
Yeah.
then as the story goes along, she clearly gives her flowers and she's like, you're a really good actress.
Yeah.
But she's still demanding to know privately what's going on between them. And at that point, I'm like, okay, she's just jealous.
Yeah. I think she was jealous on so many different levels. She was jealous of her acting. She was jealous of her relationship with
She could sense.
Jaeha. Yeah. And she can see, like, how deeply he loved her. It was so obvious. And
Before-
obviously with her, it's like, oh, he never looked at me like that. Oh, he never, you know what I mean, cared about me on that level. What is it about her? So I think that's what was eating her up so much. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think she even clocked it before he himself realized
Yeah.
his feelings were developing for Taum because she could see the looks. Like
Yep.
she was madly in love with this guy. So she kind of knows him really well.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting that she picked up on it and she could sense his warmth towards her
Yeah.
when he hadn't even come to terms with that.
Exactly.
But I thought she was going to be for sure like the villain. But then she kind of always stays in that middle ground. She exposes her and figures out that she's sick.
Yeah.
He lets her know. And then she kind of takes a step back.
Because what I respect about her, even though she found out, she didn't do anything with that information.
No.
Because she kind of went to Jaeha and was trying to appear like she was going
to do something.
But she didn't. So I really respect her for that. And the person who actually did do something was Jeon. And I hate her. Because that one was basically jealous of, like, how does this girl that I used to know back in the day all of a sudden is this leading actress now, and I'm just this,
She was super salty about it.
She was a straight up hater.
And here's
Like,
the thing. Here's the thing. Her apology was so bullshit.
It was bullshit.
So I'm like, did she just gaslight them into thinking it was their fault that she behaved like an absolute monster?
Yeah.
Because how are you sitting there after all that she did
Yeah.
and say, well, I wanted to be your friends in
But you kind of
college.
ghosted me.
You guys ghosted me. You never let me know what was going on.
Yeah.
So basically, this is like your fault.
Pretty much.
I was like, no, you're just an insecure bitch.
And you only felt bad about the things you said because you found
After.
out that she's sick.
And then she sits there in her fake apology
Yeah.
and says, I can't believe that, like, this is how I find out. And I did all those mean things. Again, no accountability.
It's not
'cause
about
all
you.
I heard
Yeah.
was, you guys treated me a certain way and I ran with it. Because I got ghosted,
Yeah.
I became a horrible human being. And now I feel bad because you're dying.
Basically.
Her apology was nonsense.
And that's why it pissed me off that after she passed, she got close with Gil Young. Like,
yeah, even though Gyu Young, like, was standing up for Tam
Yeah.
the entire time, and she knew that this girl was a bitch.
Yeah.
And that she was mean girling her the entire time.
she was.
And
And
she
I felt so
recorded her.
bad for Dam because she was literally getting it from every corner, from So Young. She's fighting Jay, and it's like they were just bullying the hell out of her. And there's a lot of times I'm like, Dam, please stand up and defend yourself. But she was just such a
Exactly.
sweet girl. You know what I mean?
She didn't have time for all
Yeah.
that nonsense. And I liked, especially, like, not to keep going on about Jane because I can't stand her, but that hotel scene where she was like, "You must be living an exciting life."
Yeah.
I was like, "Little do you know, bitch."
Yeah.
Second, when she was like, "Oh, your hotel room is bigger than mine." Yeah, she's
She's
the
a
lead.
leading.
I was just like, you know what? When she kept going off on her, I was like, you know what? Jane's never been slapped. Like she's
Yeah.
never seen the consequences of talking that rudely to someone.
Yeah.
And Tom was so nice, and she's like, "You're going too far." That's all she could say to her. She's like, "You're doing
Yeah.
too much."
She was just a straight up hater. It was so obvious.
I wish
And
she even just gave it back to her verbally.
Yeah. Like, she just kept asking us, like, what is this about? Like, Dan was like, genuinely confused
She
because, like,
understand-
me and this girl were once friends, so she thought. It's like,
Frenemy.
why all this animosity? You know what I mean?
She was a friend of me from
She
day
was.
one.
Yeah.
I did
Like
not
she
care
said,
for her.
remember when she said she was always jealous of her and Gyo Young's relationship and just, you know what I mean?
That doesn't mean you deserve somebody's job more than they do. And clearly, it was enough in the filming schedule that everybody realized that
Yeah.
this was not some sort of like a favoritism hire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't a hookup. Like
When even So Young can admit it, and be like,
everybody was
wow,
admitting it.
You have made me get on my A game. Like, that's how much So Young respected her as an actress. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know who also worked my nerves?
Oh.
Eunho. Her first love. Oh my God, he pissed me off because this boy was acting like he couldn't take the hint, but at the same time, he said, "Oh yeah, I could see every time you were looking at him, he was looking at you. So you knew, but you were still coming on so aggressively." I didn't like that.
He wanted to take a shot. I feel bad for him.
I don't care. I did not feel bad
I
for
don't know
him.
how he's working your last nerve.
No, he was
I
working
feel
my
bad
last
for
nerve.
him.
No.
Like, because
was
he
so
regrets
obvious.
not going that hard
Yes.
in college.
I get that. But
I know.
now, in real time, you see, because you're watching her, she's watching him, he's watching her, and you're still pushing it. I don't like that.
I just felt a lot of secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
Because I just clearly, when you, like he said, he tells her, like, I know there's someone that you like because every time I'm watching you, you're
Yeah.
watching him. Here's the thing. Once I would have clocked that, you couldn't pay me to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine?
That's what I mean.
It's like you like someone
And
you
that's
could
what pissed
bring
me
yourself
off.
to say
it's
that.
like you did know and you still
He didn't
were-
care.
And that's what I
would
don't
have
like.
the crush would have evaporated right then and there.
Yeah. Me too. But
I would have swallowed that shit like a big girl, cry on the inside and not say anything.
yeah.
Let alone
But
go up
anyway,
to
with
my
some
crush
dignity
and be
and
like,
self-respect would do
thank
that.
you.
Like,
Completely on the floor, you know?
and I don't like that because you knew in the past how much she cared for you, assuming that those feelings are still the same now.
And she
also
never gave
is
him a
weird.
reason.
Yeah.
She never gave him a reason either. She was just like, this can't happen, gotta go.
She was
And
treating him like a
ghosted
friend
him
the whole
too.
time. Yeah.
That's when she was ghosting everyone.
Yeah. And she was treating him like a friend the whole time, and he was still acting like he didn't get it.
And I can't remember, but at some point, I think he said, like, can you tell me why? And she's like, I don't think I'm ready to share that yet. Because she still didn't even tell him, like, exactly why she ghosted him, that she's sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he obviously finds out later on. But
Yeah.
in that moment when he had asked, again, I think I would have passed out.
Yeah, but he found out, I guess, through the tabloids and stuff because he already left
Yeah,
at
the
that
whole
point.
crew
Yeah.
found out. But I'm saying this is, like, before.
Yeah.
But anybody else work your last?
But he was annoying me. I was like, does she need a restraining order at this point? Because you're just doing entirely way too much for me.
He was like a little sad puppy. Like, he needed to have a little bit more self-respect. But
Yeah.
he told her, at least he has no regrets. I think that's where he's seeing it from. Like, he gave it a shot, he said it out loud, and now he can, like, honestly move on. I think that's what he was trying to achieve.
Yeah. He let her know, she let him know. Well, she didn't have to. He already knew.
Read the room, because the way my pride is set up.
And that's my thing.
Would never.
It's like he refused to read the room,
I would
and that
never.
was annoying me. Like, you know.
I'd rather die. I'm taking it to the grave. Like, I'm
Literally.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Kudos to the people that can.
That's people I really
You're like, you're searching
Yeah.
for. There was nobody else that was annoying.
Yeah. Even Miss Go. At first she was annoying, but she kind of got better too.
I think
what
she
I mean?
had like a cute little redemption arc
She did.
because in the beginning she appeared super cold and calculating, and it looked
Yeah.
like she was manipulating. Oh my god, I forget her name. So young. It looked like she was, but I think she was just more focused, like from a business perspective. Like she wanted her to make the good choices, and she played that role without giving us any like context in the beginning, because we're like, oh my god, she's just a bitch.
Yeah.
And when So Young actually asked her, she's like, when it came time to renew her contract, and then she was like, what is it gonna take for you to stay? And she was like, sincerity. This woman grabs her purse and she's like, I gotta get up out of here.
Yeah. She's
because
like, you better. She's like, rest
like,
well. Like,
this is getting a little too
Emotional.
touchy feely for me.
But
She didn't
then,
like it.
but then she does have an honest conversation, and she tells her, "It's like I'm literally living vicariously through you."
I know.
You know what I mean? And it's like your win is my win, and that's why I go so hard on you. And I feel like that's when they really had their breakthrough.
And in the beginning, Soyeon was confused too, because I feel like when she had first met her, or maybe like earlier in her career, she really had her back.
She did.
So I feel like as she became more successful, this woman just kind of like, became like her little pit bull of a manager, which is great, which is fine. That's what your manager's supposed to do for you.
Yeah.
But she kind of lost a little bit of the warmth that she wasn't even showing her privately.
And the relationship they had.
Even though, even though she always had like good intentions for her, it's just she wasn't communicating it properly.
Yeah.
And then after, when she starts to soften up a little bit, you see, she's always making sure like the heating is on and the room is well ventilated. And, like she's taking care of her. So she showed her sincerity.
She did.
And I feel like that was the only person like, Jeon, no, I don't care for her.
She is the villain.
She didn't have any redeeming qualities.
Yeah, she did not.
But Miss Go, she wasn't bad. I liked her. She was
cute.
Who
I also loved? Her Daum's manager, Jun Young.
Yes,
he is the cutest.
Who's also
thing
like
ever.
Jaeha's friend, right? And
they never really did. They really explain.
They did. The very first time they went into that restaurant, you knew that he knew the owner. You could sense that they had a relationship.
Yes, but what I wanted to know is what was the nature of it? Like
they never really explained that part, but we just knew.
Was he just a regular and they became friends?
They know. I think it's something in their past. Okay. I feel like they had it. To me, it implied a deeper relationship. It wasn't just like he started being a regular at his restaurant.
That's what I mean.
Maybe
because he trusted him as her manager. So I'm like, who is he to you?
That's
you know
why
I mean?
For sure feel like they have a much deeper relationship. They never really they never labeled it exactly what it was, but you could see from the very first time that they went into that restaurant that there was warmth there, because he was just kind of like rolling his eyes at all the weird little dishes that he made.
Like that was literally his only friend, real friend.
And nobody really was in that restaurant ever. Yeah, it was just them.
But it was like an older brother, younger brother relationship, and
that's why he trusted her. He trusted him. To look after Daum, and I love it. What's even cuter is the relationship that was developing between him and the AD, the assistant director.
Yeah, that was
they're adorable.
So cute. They are so cute together.
And when they got called out at the team dinner, where it was like, "Oh, you're paying a little extra attention to him," and she's like, "No, I'm not. No,
you're just a caregiver." Like
I just love that girl. I love so much. Yeah, the way she like really got to know Jaeha's personality, and she really was his right hand man when it came to like.
She was so loyal to Jaeha. Yeah,
and that's what I liked about this show. It's like the obviously the main love story.
Yeah,
amazing. But then they gave us the secondary love stories that were like kind of like blossoming at the same time, because we also have like the DP and the makeup girl.
Yeah. And we have the guy in the
lights. Opposites.
Like I felt like I was a part of the crew.
Really?
Like that's what it really made me feel. Like it was just so warm, and they were all so good, and they're good, kind people, and the way they just kind of rallied around Daum, and just
especially when they found out, even though that they were like, I don't know, like this is not really for us, because the DP actually leaves, because he feels like he doesn't recognize his friend anymore, and how could he cast her knowing that she has such little time left? And then once he explained how much it meant to her, I like that he came around. Yeah. And they all came back.
And that was one of the scenes that really made me cry, when he brings them all back into the house and she walks in.
Oh my God.
And she just is so overtaken by just all the emotions, and she just starts bawling. I cried with her.
Listen, when she ran right back outside and she sat on that stoop, I was in tears.
Me too.
I was a hot mess.
That's what I mean. Those were the moments that really moved me. You know what I mean? Like it was just.
But I think that's what the beautiful thing about this show is. Yes, it's a K-drama, and I thought like they didn't beat us over the head with, deathbed scenes or focus too much on her actually dying. The parts that made us cry was her desire to live so badly, right? Yeah. And being full of life, and being so sweet and so kind and so bubbly and cheerful all the time, even though she knows she has limited time. left on
And
this
I
earth.
feel like that's the real lesson in this show, right? It's like, and then you have someone like Jeha. I feel like he really had to learn that lesson. It's like, look at this girl. She's terminally ill, about to die, and look how full of life and happy and bubbly she is. And you just walking around like a grump.
Taking everything.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, woe is me all the time. And he's just, yeah. So I feel like she really taught him just to live. You know what I
100%.
mean?
He was taking it for granted. And I love the fact that the minute he noticed that right away, he was like, I wasted 5 years and
Yeah.
here you are not letting a minute go by.
Yeah.
It was scenes like that when they kind of exchanged those, those kind of exchanges is what made me cry. Especially
Yeah.
like when she was like, the first time she says, oh, it's really interesting, like when they're in the hospital hallway, like the walkway, and she could see onto the street and how people have different lives. And it's
Yeah.
just, those conversations is really like
They
what
were
gets
very
you.
moving. Yeah.
My God.
And really puts life into perspective. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. Like, she lived her life on the other side, just watching people just living their lives, and, and how much she wanted to be on that other side and just live like a normal fucking person, basically.
It is.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I thought it was going to be like sad and tears, like just
Yeah.
sorrow the entire time. But it wasn't. There were times where it's like kind of funny, it
Yeah.
was a little witty. Like it wasn't a complete downer.
Yeah, it wasn't a K-drama for me. It was raw. It was life. You know what I mean? And it was so many lessons to take from this
100.
show.
Yep.
Yeah, don't take life for granted. Every day is precious. Make the most of it. So
It was honestly, it was beautifully done. It was very well balanced. I really liked just how she touched everyone's life.
yeah,
And one of the people that really stuck with me was, do you know the funeral that she goes to in the beginning?
yeah,
The mom?
yeah,
The way that mom stood up for her after and kind of convinced her dad, because her dad is not really, he wants her to stay in the hospital.
yeah. Let's talk about her dad for a second. Yeah,
We'll go back to that lady after.
yeah.
Can you blame him?
I don't. First of all, this man lost his wife to illness.
Yes.
So I feel like he still hasn't even recovered from that.
No, he did not.
And then you find out your daughter has the same illness, and she's gonna pass. So yeah, he just like he said, I just want to keep her alive as long as possible. I don't care if it's in the hospital.
Exactly.
So I understand as a parent, like I get it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm so happy that he finally came around.
For sure, because I think he had a really hard time understanding. Yes, you can keep her alive one more day, but she's focused on the quality of that one
Yeah.
more day that she has.
Exactly.
And he just could not wrap his mind
Yeah.
around that until he actually saw like how much happier she is.
Yeah.
And that lady really did help though, because she was like, that's my biggest regret, because she had the same mindset that he did.
Exactly.
She never wanted her daughter to leave the hospital, and her daughter didn't get to kind of live out her last days or last months.
Yeah.
How she truly wanted to live. She was stuck in a room. And she was like, that's my biggest regret. She was like, it's not the fact that I can't let my daughter go. It's the fact that she didn't get to enjoy herself.
Exactly.
And when she was in his office crying, let me tell you,
Yeah.
I was blubbering. I was like, this is what I mean about this show. Like, it's not just really about when you're thinking about like Dom's death.
Yeah.
It's everything else. It's all the interactions people have.
And all the relationships to that person.
Yeah.
And how they're dealing with it, how they're coping with it. And I also like when Yo-young's mom had a conversation with him and said pretty much the same thing, just be here for her now in what she wants to do, and they did end up going to her last scene, and I'm glad that he was able to get out
I'm glad that Dr. Lee came around.
You know
because...
who I also love? The doctor. I just love like their relationship was not just of like a doctor patient. You know what I mean?
kind of like an older brother.
Yeah.
Where he was kind of like in that middle ground between her and her dad. Like he
Yeah.
kind of let her get away with things, and he knew like how full of life
but it's
she
like
was.
he
And
genuinely cared about her.
he let
on
her
a
break
deeper
the
level.
rules a little
Yeah.
bit, and I feel like that's how they developed that relationship.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's like, well, I'm going to the set, like I have
Yeah.
to be there daily for her. Like,
And then it was so cute when
knew.
he became kind of part of the crew as well. That was so heartwarming.
And it was so nice because he ended up joining them. And then I think one of the crew members was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just ate like on the doctor's dime. Like he
Yeah.
treated them to that dinner
Yeah.
that they were trying to exclude them from. But it was cute. How ridiculous was when they first kiss on that during the sunset.
That wasn't the first time they kissed.
No, you're talking about the fake kiss.
Girl,
Where-
that was a real kiss for me. Like
fake kiss?
yes, the
Are we talking about the umbrella one under the rain?
yes, it was supposed to be a fake kiss, but that was very passionate. The way he threw that umbrella, oh my god,
Did
that
he
was that was
throw
so
it or did he
sexy.
just drop it?
No, it looked like he threw it. I seen that in slow motion. Like
I think you might have like seen it differently.
it was so hot. I don't give a damn. He was, and especially when she said what she said before. He's like, or he said, "Oh, you said to use me," and then he went in for the kiss. That was just so hot.
Okay,
I'm
I'll give
sorry.
you this part. I'll give you this much. Okay. When that kiss happened, prior to when they're in the car, and he was like, when it comes to acting or whatever, like, feel free to use me.
Yeah.
She comes back in the ring. She's like, I am not giving up this chance. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have done the same thing. I'm like, same girl. Same.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she comes back. I think he genuinely was into that kiss.
Of course he was. Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that much. It's fake, but it wasn't a real kiss because at that point, like, I don't think he realized like the full extent of his
I
feelings.
felt the passion.
Okay.
Or maybe I just wish it was me. I don't know, but either way, I felt the passion. It was.
I felt like I couldn't believe in it because I felt like it came too soon. Because come on, like he says, use me, and then conveniently she runs.
How hot was that? Though?
It was
that
very
was so hot, and then he drops the umbrella. Like, come on, like.
Oh, but 5 seconds ago you said he threw the umbrella
Whatever.
with passion.
It fell on the floor.
Listen,
okay?
he dropped
But
it. Clearly, he was
it nice.
clearly he was into the kiss. I'll
He
give you that
was.
much. But then, what really took me back was how he got a hold of himself right away, and he was like, "Is that enough?" I did not see that coming. I thought he was just gonna like. I was on the fence. I'm like, no, they can't get together this quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, they did. I'm telling myself this. I'm like, sure, enjoy it.
I-
They're together now. It doesn't have to be difficult, right? That's what I was thinking. And then when he said that, like, I'd finally convinced myself this is a real kiss, and it's
Yeah.
kicking off. It's starting now. It's about to get hot, right? No, I was so thrown back when he said, "Is that enough? Did
Yeah.
you get what you need or something?" I was like, "Oh shit."
Even that was hot. Like, what do you mean? Like, everything that man said and did was hot. Okay.
At this point, I think that man can
Because
murder you. You're
no,
like,
but I don't think
okay.
he was serious when he said, "Oh, is that it? Did you get what you need?" In the sense of like, "Oh, I was just doing it for the role." No, I think he was genuinely into it as well.
I think he was into
but
it.
he's
And
playing it off.
I think
like
he came back to his senses though, and I
Yeah.
think to cover himself,
Basically, yeah.
and to right. That's how.
But he
okay,
was so
I agree
into
with
it.
you.
Yeah.
But I call that the fake kiss. Can we talk about the real
no,
kiss?
that was a real kiss for me, girl. Anyways,
Okay.
yeah, can we?
Real-
Yeah, when he ran.
When he ran.
First of
That
all,
was hot.
why did I think that he was gonna find her dead? Why? Because just the way he was running, I'm like, oh my god, is she dead? Like, what? Like just laid out on the bench or something? I don't know, but that's what I thought. Like he's not gonna make it. Like I didn't. Even though he was trying to make it for the sunset, I thought something happened to her. Like you could just feel it or something.
No, I think he literally was like he admitted it to himself because remember, like just before that, like
Yeah.
it's moving along. We see that he's thinking about it now. He's like, do I like her? Do I not?
Yeah.
Like whatever. And when she said like, I want to see the sunset with you, like enough of like he keeps drawing the line, and she's like, no, thank you, like.
Yeah.
And then she was like, the sun's about to set, and I really want to see it with you.
Yeah.
That was just him admitting it to myself. He was like, yep, I'm done. I'm in.
Yeah.
I do love her. And he starts running like a madman.
And that
was
reminded
hot.
And that
was a
reminded me
great
also
kiss.
from My Dearest. There was a scene when he was running to Gilche. And that was
That was such a gorgeous scene.
It was.
I was like, perfect kiss.
And that's what I'm saying. It was
great.
so intense for me. I'm like, I hope she's not dead.
I loved
like,
You're like, girl, get that
that's
kiss.
only me? Like, you didn't think that?
No.
I mean, there's no way he's running for a sunset.
No, I
Like
knew he was,
that.
I knew he was running to make some sort of big confession. I knew
Yeah.
he finally admitted it to himself.
Yeah, but that was a bit intense. That's all I'm saying.
That was cute.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite parts with them was when they're walking back now from the pier,
Yeah.
and he finally gets to hold her hand, and they're just like,
And
the whole
then-
crew is there.
Yeah.
The camera just pans, and everybody's like, what? Everybody's pretending not to see it.
And he lets go of her hand as if they didn't already see it.
It was like too late at this point.
And then later on, when Junyoung goes to his room and it says, I seen that.
We all
and he's
saw
like,
that.
He's like, how did you see that? He's like, I have eyes.
Like everybody saw that. That was kind of
Literally.
dumb. But I think he was just playing stupid because he didn't
Yeah.
want to let the manager know. But it was so awkward though. As soon as they sat down after that, it's like, oh, so how'd you guys end up meeting? And she's like, oh, we went shopping. Like the makeup
Yeah.
girl and the DP, they went shopping for a new jacket.
Yeah.
We don't know how the AD and the manager always end up together, but
Yeah.
and then everybody's like, the elephant in the room is like, how did you guys end up together?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, the makeup girl and the other guy, Mr. G, had something there as well. Like, it was like everyone was just getting coupled up.
And I love that couple, her and Mr. G, because when they have that, there's this one scene where all the actors are eating. It's like, and So Young is there, and they're talking about the premise of the film. And they're like, could you ever fall in love with someone that you knew was sick and was going to die?
Yeah.
And the DP and the makeup girl, she's so cynical at the beginning, and then towards the end she kind of softens up. And somebody was like, oh, I didn't know you believed in love to that extent. She's like, I'm wiser. Like, you know, she's like,
yeah,
maturity is knowing that you don't know everything. I haven't lived enough. And I'm like, hey girl, come around.
Yeah,
come around. But
I like them. They were cute too.
How awkward was that dinner though?
Yeah.
When Soyoung was like, so I think she had an idea at this point.
Oh, she was
like,
just so annoying. Yeah.
She's like, so could you fall in love with somebody? And everybody was like, and he's like, I don't know, it depends.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So-young was literally embarrassing herself, like, because there was like no need for any of that. Mind you, you're currently in a relationship with the.
I felt so bad for her boyfriend.
Yeah. He was literally sitting there looking at her while she's looking at Jae-ha the whole time, and it's just like, yeah, he was a cuck. To be honest,
he
like I would not allow that.
And
like,
he felt like he could bully her into it. Like he kept bringing it up. Like she knew exactly what she was doing. Yeah. He knew that she still had feelings for him. Mm-hmm. See
and
yourself out.
And you're still there. Yeah.
Again, awkward. I can't stand a love triangle. And even like I always cringe when I see these. And this was like a little love square.
Yeah. And she used to treat him bad too. Like she was just always acting annoyed by him. You know what I mean? It's just like,
dude, get
was
a placeholder.
She doesn't like you. Yeah.
He was a placeholder, and she made that very loud and clear to him. And I was just like, girl, let this man go.
Or he could see himself.
Because clearly he had no self-respect. Because I would have dipped at the first time. Yeah. Like I don't need to see my partner staring longingly at somebody else. Like, yeah. I'm sorry.
You're a whole actor. You know how many different girls you can get?
He was fine. He was pretty good looking too. And I'm like, you can get anybody that you want. But
literally,
he was just attached to her.
And that's why she treated him like that.
And she had to be the one to break up with him.
Yeah. And then she started eating carbs again. Go ahead.
She was happy.
I loved her.
She was happy at that point though. And I'm glad, honestly, this is what made me like her. This is what made it redeemable, that her character redeemable, was the fact that she was like, you know what, I literally was with him because I was scared to be alone. Yeah. And she's like, and now I have to embrace that and grow up, and that's why I had to break up with him. I'm like, please set that man free.
Yeah, it's so crazy how Da-eun's situation really made her introspective. Like she was like, you know what, I'm not living my true authentic self, and I haven't been for a long time.
Da-eun made everybody kind of live their life passionately. Like she wanted to act so bad. This person has 6 months, put everything on the line. None of us really do that.
Yeah. And literally be happy.
Literally, how much shit do you put off for till tomorrow or next week?
Yeah. And that's what I mean about this drama. It's just so much bigger than just their love story. You know what I mean? It was really about just life in general, you know? Can we talk about Jay has punk ass daddy. That bastard. Yeah.
Oh my God.
When I found out, I was like, oh my God. I literally cried when they did the flashback for his mom.
For his mother.
Like that woman was sick and was still writing and was just, and when she went to him and said, and he read her script and he's like, oh my God, I love this. This is going to be a big hit. And she was like, she got excited and she was like, yeah, I want to direct it too. And then he shot her dream down and said, you know what? How about you not even be nowhere near this? It's going to be me.
And she, at this point, what was really shocking to me was the fact that she was like, can I keep this one? Can I put my name on this one? Can I bring this script to life? Yeah. He's had all these other amazing films that she wrote.
Yeah, that she wrote.
His entire career was all his movies are hers. Yeah. But this final one, and I think she knew that she was getting close to dying. Yeah. She was like, can I do it? I think that was her last project. And the last one that she was going to be able to write. And the fact that he was like, no, because if you do it, people are going to start questioning. Yeah. Because it's on the same caliber
Yeah.
as like his films in the past. Like it would
And
expose
how is that
him.
going to look as my wife and
I
all of. I was
felt so bad.
fuming. Like, I was fuming.
I was so angry, and the way she just shrunk back into herself. And I wish we got a little bit more of her story, because I want to know how that even started.
Yeah.
How that even started.
And I
Did
also
you
want to
guys
know,
meet?
and I want to know, when did Jaeha, his relationship, when did it become what it became? Because he did not like his dad, obviously. Like,
I think from childhood, because his dad was always
Yeah.
working and he didn't really care to raise him.
yeah, I'm saying, I wish that we got a little bit more of
and
his
when he-
backstory, because there's a reason why he is the way he
And he
was.
hated him
you know
because
what
of
I mean?
the actress that he
thought,
misunderstood
yeah.
that was his dad's mistress.
Mind you, that actress was his mom's friend.
Bestie.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was her best friend that always starred in all her movies that she
Yeah.
wrote. But the people, like, the world didn't know that. And they were like, this woman's always in his films. Like, they must be having an affair. Whatever. He hated his dad because of that even more. He didn't even know his dad was stealing his mom's work.
Yeah.
But I think the
fair-
lack of
okay.
being, like, around,
Yeah.
not raising him, and then not being there, even though his mom was sick, he could see that his dad was still choosing to work
Yeah.
instead of spending time with his wife.
And imagine, it's not even your work. Like,
And
he won countless awards. Like,
did.
he was literally one
She
of
was
the.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, though, how did that start? Like, was she a starving screenwriter and she met this starving director, and then one day he was like, well, I don't have anything. Let me
see
help
your
me
work,
with
maybe.
this. Yeah. Or like, I just want to know how that's, because that is insane.
Many scripts.
Times
Like,
over.
many times.
Basically,
Like,
their entire marriage.
his whole career was basically her work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to know how that kicked off. Like, that is insane to me.
Imagine how his mom felt seeing this man winning award after award, and knowing that it could have been you winning
Mm-hmm.
those awards. Like, I think a part of that probably was the reason how she got sick, to be honest. Like, all that stress, that anxiety,
That she was
all
holding
of
on the inside. I know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just being married to somebody who
Yeah.
never wants you to shine?
all those awards just in the house. You see it every day. Like, yeah, it's just,
That was a horrible.
That
was a horrible
pissed me
situation.
off.
I felt so bad when he found out.
yeah. And I'm so glad that he exposed his dad. I'm so glad
That he
know?
didn't hold back, and he was
didn't.
like, "No, I want my mom's memory
to get her shine. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
No, his dad was a little bitch ass.
yeah.
Can we talk about his? Is he the CEO? He's not a manager.
The producer,
The producer.
someone. Yeah.
Someone's my face.
Like, you don't know if you want to hate him or love him. He's one of those people. Like, you know what I
what?
mean?
He does a little. I think he needs to be that way. He can't be 100% their friend
Yeah.
because he sees that Jaeha does whatever the hell that he wants to do
Yeah.
and doesn't really take, his advice.
Yeah.
When it comes to like casting or anything.
Yeah.
And he's the producer, so he has to keep this going, right? He gets the money. But I felt so happy for him when he finally got to tell the investor.
To F off. Yeah.
Right?
I don't need you. I know
When
you
he
so-
got to snap on him,
Yeah.
he's like, listen, you little punk. He's
Yeah.
like, you're just an executive. He's like, I'm the CEO of my company. I was like,
Yeah.
you tell him, Sungwon. Like, no.
And
it was
even
so
him, you
validating.
see what kind of person he really is when he literally sold his building.
Everything.
Everything.
He was like, I will beg if I have to. He was
Yeah.
like, take your money.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I felt so happy for him because the entire time he was kind of like,
Yeah.
whimpering and like begging and like just
Yeah.
not
he was-
trying to
and-
upset this guy. Like, oh.
And he was just about to when he told him, like, oh, we need to get rid of Jaeha. Like, he
He's
could
like,
not
"No, I
bring
don't think
himself
so."
to do that. It's like, how about we get rid of you?
Yeah.
You know
That
what I
executive
mean?
was a dick.
Yeah.
He was stupid.
But you know what I wish we got to see? Like, how come we didn't see how she died?
I did not want to see that.
I did. Like, did she
Why?
die? Did she have a seizure? We didn't see her funeral. Like, I would
No.
want to see that.
That'd be too sad.
No, but that's a part of this fucking show. Like,
I think they did that beautifully.
no, they did, but I don't know. Just personally, I just wanted to know how she passed, and I would love to see
I think it
the
was just-
funeral of everyone coming together for her. Like, I don't know. That would have been a beautiful scene too. Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like it was complete without it. I loved the choice not to show us that. I
really want to bawl my eyes out even more. Like, let's
I-
just go out
well,
with a bang. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
got to cry at the very end when she leaves him that video, and it kind of, about like the last 10 minutes or so
Yeah.
when you see, I really thought it was so beautifully shot. All the photos and the mementos
Oh
that
no,
she had
that's what
with that cherry blossom like
oh, that's when
floating
I
around.
lost it. That cherry blossom going to oh my god, that
Listen,
that made me bawl.
can we talk about the song, the OST?
Yeah.
They said we're gonna break you guys no matter what.
No, that cherry blossom flying around.
I heard
I was a mess.
every
Like,
time I would hear like the first few chords of that song, my
Yeah.
eyes are already like welling up. I'm like, what is going on?
yeah.
That song is so
Like,
beautiful.
why am I tearing up now? Like, oh my god.
It's so gorgeous. And that cherry blossom and the way that it was just floating around and then
Yeah.
you got to see everybody's life a year after like her passing
Yeah.
away. I was so choked up. Like I
No,
literally
I
could
bawled
not.
my eyes out. That was
I was sobbing.
yeah.
And then they were like, oh, that's not enough. You get
Yeah.
everybody's update, you know, like now the assistant director and the manager are dating.
Yeah.
The DP and the makeup girl are dating. Everybody,
Yeah.
you know, I just didn't like that Jeon and her bestie became friends.
Yeah.
Did not appreciate that. But when it finished and all that was really warm and it was touching, it was great. But then he gets that box and he sees the video.
Yeah. The video where he walked into the hospital
And
she's
they were
recording.
acting.
Yeah.
First of all, both of them are so ridiculous. I was like, it's clear. And he literally says, he was like, well, you guys are not acting normal. They
Yeah.
don't know how to hide anything.
They don't. Yeah.
They're not good. But
But the way
that
he
video,
broke down, oh,
when his face went, first I was already dying finding out that he sees movies with her dad. And then
that
her
was the
dad's like,
cutest thing ever.
I don't need you anymore. I think
Yeah.
I'm okay. I can see movies by myself now.
That was so cute.
No. That was already like undoing me. And then he watches the video and his face just crumbles.
Yeah.
Another scene that made me cry was, you know how the last episode at the beginning, it's him and her in the movie theater and they're watching the movie that they had made and these two high school girls come in and they're like, oh my god, that was so boring, I fell asleep, and they're having this cute little banter back and forth.
Yeah.
And then we find out that's like he imagined that entire thing because now the end is the movie's released, the theater's packed, and he can't make his way through it, so he leaves halfway, and I'm just like,
and at first they make it look like she's sitting next to him.
I know, and then she
she's
disappeared.
And I was like, oh, stop.
you had all of that, and you wanted to see a death scene. No, thank you.
Okay, maybe not the death scene, but
Oh.
I just want to see maybe the funeral where everyone comes together. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean?
I
You
think
know
it
what
was just
other
beautiful
you know what
to
other
know.
part really touched me too? When she's out having dinner at their favorite restaurant
Mm-hmm.
and a girl recognizes her.
Oh
And she's like, "Are you E-Daum?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, I'm about to start chemo." And then Daum gets up. She's like, "Do you mind if I hug you?" Oh my god.
The way I lost it.
Yeah.
The way
Oh my god,
I
I'm
lost
tearing up
it.
literally right now.
Please
It's
don't
just
make
so
me tear
weird.
up.
But yeah, and when she just said, "Can I hug you?" and I was just like, "Oh my god." Stop.
It's just, she was like, you give me so much strength. Like, it's just this, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It just, you think you're not about to cry, and then you get a random scene like that.
Like I said,
this is what this show did
and
so
that's
beautifully.
what I mean. The most randomest scenes were making me just cry my eyes out. Like it wasn't, like I said, it was so much bigger than just them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love this drama.
The part where he comes out of the theater and then he looks at the poster, his face crumbles.
Yeah.
Insane. Another scene that made me cry like a baby is when she's not really feeling so good towards the end, and she's on the outside now of the hospital and he's on the inside, and she's
Oh.
like, I can't say this to you, like I want to say it from a distance. And then she was like, let's pretend, like let's start practicing.
Let's rehearse saying goodbye. Oh my god.
I said, girl, if you don't stop.
Yeah.
I think I'm literally about to cry. Anyways.
Yeah.
And then he like hears everything that he says and he's like, I don't agree with you.
You really are tearing up.
I
girl.
literally,
Yeah.
I can't. Like, I cried so hard.
Compose
And then
yourself.
he, like, runs. What did she say? Get a hold of myself. I really can. You know, I cry easily. And then, like, he runs out. And he's like, well, I have something to say. He was like, I don't
Yeah.
think we should live our life like that. I think we should be in the moment and be happy for
Yeah.
what it is. And then he runs and he was like, I love you. And he says that for the first time. He's like, this is what I want to say up close. It's just, both of them are
Yeah.
so...
You know what's so crazy? Just talking
can't
about it
even.
is just making me realize how much I actually really, really love this show. It's
It
weird.
was
Like it was
beautiful.
so beautiful. Just
If talking about it and just remembering is
Yeah.
like making you tear up,
Literally.
job well done.
yeah.
Job well done. Like fantastic. Like
Yeah.
it's a wonderful show. Like
Beautiful
it did what
show.
it needed to do. Like
Yeah.
it's just, I'm gonna rewatch it. Like I know
Yeah.
it's sad, but like this is one of those ones where you have to revisit. You
Like I
have to
said, it's just
watch
one of those
again.
I feel like whenever you're just going through something in life,
When you need a good cry.
and when you just feel like your life is shit, like this show will really put your life in perspective.
Right back into perspective and be like,
hey, but you could be dying. You're not, so you'll be fine. You know what I mean?
you appreciate living.
Yeah.
And being healthy.
Exactly.
No, I laugh, but it's
Yeah.
I get exactly what you mean, but it's I feel like I definitely just have to rewatch it because as much as I was like watching it slowly,
Yeah.
there's still stuff that you miss because these actors
Yeah.
are phenomenal.
They are.
Like they did such an amazing job. It's their chemistry.
Was through the roof.
Just
Every time I seen Dalem's face, it's like I wanted to bawl my eyes out because it's like she always had like tears in her eyes
they
or something.
do
Like
so much with
Yeah.
barely moving their face, and
Yeah.
they make you feel everything.
Yeah.
It's just it's not loud acting. It's just
not.
You know what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
a blink could make you feel like, you know what I mean, like a tight smile, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
yeah, even her there'll be times where she's smiling, but she literally has tears in her eyes.
There's
and I'll
pain,
be like,
and I
yeah.
love that they said that, and the doctor even tells him it's
Yeah.
like, you know, the more cheery, the harder she's smiling, the more pain she's
in.
most
Yeah.
likely in, and that was heartbreaking to hear.
Yeah.
Because now you're watching it where it's her natural sunny self to when she's masking the pain.
Yeah.
My god,
You know
what
what's
a
the cutest
show.
thing?
What a show. I
You know
cannot.
the cutest thing is when he put her eating alarms in.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they matched up
They matched
their
her alarms.
I know.
And
did
then
you
one
know
time he
her
got
crush?
caught. He's like, "How's both of your phones going off?" Like,
It was like, sir, you're doing too much.
yeah.
These people are synced up. Okay,
Literally.
see
Too
yourself
cute.
out. That's why I don't like little triangles.
Yeah.
It's like you could read the room. It
Yeah.
would physically make me feel uncomfortable to be the third
Literally.
wheel.
What would you rate it?
Oh my god, 1,000 out of 10.
Yeah. Same. 10 out of 10.
There's nothing. Like no notes. There's nothing negative to say about this show.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was well paced. It didn't.
I loved the cinematography too. Just the locations that they were at was
Oh my
so
God.
beautiful.
Those
Like,
shots where
Yeah.
it was so scenic and like they're talking up close and then it kind of pans out.
Yeah.
And they look like a painting.
They do.
And I'm like, this is so gorgeous.
It
like
is.
it was beautifully done, beautifully shot.
Beautifully written.
They're-
The acting
The acting was phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
10/10. Absolutely no notes. And the supporting cast was
Was
amazing.
amazing. I
Usually
love
it's
everyone.
like everybody
Except the
bought
Jeon.
their A
Yeah.
game. Even the villain, she did what she needed.
She-
The fact that we hate her
exactly.
so much.
She did do what she had to do, but
She really snapped.
Yeah.
The fact that we can't get
Yeah.
over her and her bullshit apology, whatever.
But I don't like that because I don't know about you. When I hate a character, I don't think I'll ever watch anything that she's in.
Fast forward her scenes.
What if she's the lead?
Oh, you mean like other shows?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I was like, after if I see her face and be like, nope, not watching this.
No,
like, are you that
really?
person? I am.
I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't think she was like that bad of a
I mean, she
villain for
wasn't,
me
but-
to cut her off because there are some characters I'm not above that. Like I told you, like the mom from Something in the Rain.
Yeah.
It physically hurts me to watch her in other stuff. Like she could be playing like a sweet little old lady. She could play a terminally ill character. I don't care. I'd be like, die, bitch. Like I don't. That woman scarred me from that show.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying, but I just don't think Jane's like that bad of a
I just
villain.
don't like her face.
Like she really didn't do
I
too
just
much.
don't like her face.
I mean, she's not on Suman levels from Marry My Husband. Like
Yeah.
there's different levels. She was just annoying. She was a hater.
Yeah.
She was just a hater.
Who's your SOS?
Oh my god.
I don't know who to pick because
You know
it's like,
what? Obviously, we'd be like Jeha and Daum, but I'm gonna say her best friend.
Oh, fuck you! I was gonna say that.
Girl, you could like the same person.
Yeah. No.
That could
Okay.
be
Then
your- that could be
I'll
your
go
star.
with the manager Junior. I really, and especially when he broke down.
He could not handle it. He was like, how did I not see this?
Yeah.
The way he took his job
Yeah.
so seriously.
But when he broke down, I was just like, oh my god. Yeah. I loved him.
He was
He was
really
too cute.
cute. And her best friend is just
Yeah.
she was her A1. Like
Yeah.
that's how best friends should be.
They should.
And that scene when they had their I'm about to cry now.
That's when I broke
I
down
don't even
as
wanna
well.
talk about
that
it.
scene when she just held her and she was like, "Oh my God, I hope you have kids one day and you get married."
Oh
Yeah,
my god, I'm gonna cry.
I bawled
and she's
my
like,
eyes
I'm not
out.
gonna be there for any
Yeah.
Girl, please.
Anyways, yeah.
No.
That scene really. That's what I mean. It's those scenes.
I
that
don't think we
just-
can watch like sad shows anymore.
Yeah.
I literally feel like, oh my god, am I like?
No, but I need it. It's like a release. Sometimes you just need these type of shows, and you know, there's people that don't watch these shows.
was so-
But yeah, I really needed it.
It really like. It's a special one.
That's why we so need Head Over Heels next. Is it Head Over Heels next week?
Is it?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I can't remember the schedule.
But it's time for some light and fun.
Well, we're gonna start watching Head Over Heels or One Night with the Duke. I don't know which one's gonna come first. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But
schedule,
I'm ready for some light and funny dramas. We did 2 slice of life melodramas back to back.
Kind of like a little heavy.
Yeah.
We're here for some nonsense and shenanigans.
Yeah.
Head Over Heels or One Night with the Duke coming at you next Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have finished our movie, please let us know what you think in the comments. We cannot be the only 2 losers who cry just thinking about
Literally.
it. I hope you guys all enjoyed it as much as we did and you found it as moving as we did.
Yeah.
It's been nice actually talking
Oh,
about it.
wipe
I feel like
your
I'm gonna cry
tears,
again.
like-
I'm not crying. I tear up really easily, okay? And I have
You
allergies. I'm hot.
Yeah.
Okay? But thank you for watching. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.